April 28th. It was a sunny afternoon in Ardsley, New York, when tragedy struck the Smith family. The body of 31-year-old Andrew Smith, eldest son to Larry and Mary Smith, was found sprawled on the lawn in the backyard of his parents' home, pinned beneath a fallen tree. Andrew Smith was confirmed to have died of a blunt force trauma to the back of his head. On April 28th, a call was placed to 911 by the victim's brother, William Smith.
911, what is your emergency? I need help. My brother's really hurt. I think he's unconscious or something. What happened to your brother? A tree fell over and it hit him in the head. And now he's on the floor and his head is bleeding real bad. Where the hell are you at? 16 McKinley Lane. It's my parents' house. Please hurry. He isn't moving.
After investigating the scene of the crime and taking numerous photos of the unaltered crime scene, police turned to Just Gary, longtime neighbor of the Smith family, to get a second testimony of what exactly happened to Andrew Smith. Where were you the afternoon of April 28th?
I was next door, sitting on my porch, reading a book.
What is your relationship with the Smith family?
I've lived next to Mary and Larry for the past 20 years. Poor Larry being diagnosed with terminal cancer, so shortly after his wife died, I figured he's on the way out any day now.
Did you notice anything suspicious at the time of the accident?
Well, sometime around 6 p.m. I heard a loud thud. Seconds later, I could hear branches and leaves rustling, and a few minutes after that, I heard the garage door next door slam shut after opening.
To confirm William's statement of the events that unfolded, we brought in forensic scientist Dr. Spencer Schmegegis to examine the scene and interpret the events.
We found disrupted areas of dirt and soil at the crime scene that appear to be leading in a line from the flower bed toward the fallen tree. Oftentimes with a disrupted landscape like this, it's likely that the body was moved after the initial blow. After carefully observing the root of the fallen tree, we had reason to suspect that the tree had not fallen on the day of April 28th. The day previous to Andrew's supposed accident, there was a huge storm and a lot of rainfall. We decided to examine the soil underneath the tree and compare it to a soil sample from an uncovered portion of the backyard. The soil that was directly underneath the tree was found to be less dense and less moist than the soil around the tree after some analysis, proving that the tree had fallen by the time of the storm, which occurred on April 27th. Based upon the disrupted ground as well as the comparison of soil evidence, we were sufficiently confident that Andrew Smith's death was no accident.
With the confirmation that Andrew Smith was killed by something other than the fallen tree, police were left with a new question. If the fallen tree did not kill Andrew Smith, then who or what did?
Taking Just Gary's testimony into account, we decided that whatever weapon was used to murder Andrew may have been stashed in the garage, where Gary had heard someone just after the accident. Investigators found a baseball bat, which they believed could have inflicted a blunt force impact injury on the victim. Aluminol spray was used to confirm the presence of blood residue on the bat, which we then took a sample of. This DNA sample provided the definitive proof we were looking for that William Smith was guilty of murder in this situation.
Experts believe that on the evening of April 28th, Andrew Smith was gardening outside his parents' home when he was attacked. William Smith picks up a baseball bat and approaches his elder brother. William drops the bat. He quickly proceeds to drag Andrew across the yard toward a tree that had fallen only nights ago during a massive storm. William wedges Andrew's body underneath the canopy of tree and proceeds to wipe down the murder weapon for prints and blood. He drops the weapon in the garage and makes for the phone.
What is your emergency? I need help. My brother's really hurt. I think he's unconscious or something. A tree fell over and it hit him in the head. And now he's on the floor and his head is bleeding real bad. What address are you at? 16 McKinley Lane. It's my parents' house. Please hurry. He isn't moving.
Witnessing the two brothers grow up and develop, I've definitely noticed some jealousy from William towards his older and more successful brother, Andrew. Andrew's always been the favorite, being the eldest brother. With their parents dying and their father close to death, perhaps William wanted to secure all of the inheritance for himself.